Yes? While you and I are allied under Romanian colors, I will do you no harm. You have my soldier's oath. You think it's strange that I betray my own? Let me enlighten you how it is they who are the betrayers. Before I was Wampiri, I was a soldier. And before I was a soldier, I was a man. And that man was Transylvanian. When I lived, I fought for this land. And in battle, I gave my life for it. I have slept for 1,000 years in its good grave earth. I respect it. Not like the scum outside and their idiot war. They are nothing of my kind. They invade their own homeland, no better than the Mongols, Hungarians, Turks before them. Such disgrace. And to what purpose? They have been promised a Wampiri nation under their own rule. How does such a nation sustain itself without humans? Misguided fools. We need each other, your race and mine. Ironic that the tribes of the night would choose this place to wage war on humankind. Ironic or intentional? We are so fond of grand theatrics after all. You see, the great Dracula and his Order of the Dragon once sought to extinguish us here. The scars still remain on the trees in the old forest, the rocks of the mountains. So furious was the battle, and so long-lived the truce that followed. Wartime takes its toll on both the victor and the vanquished. Away from the cities, the people were not ready to renounce their superstition. And we, the superstitions, were not ready to be abandoned. An agreement was made. An agreement was honored. But now it is broken, and the eyes of the world will judge this valley. It is the end of refuge, the end of the trust between races. It may be the end of us, and if so, I accept it. Better to die than to live with dishonor. Wampiri, it is not a race, it is a disease. But for a time it was a rarefied disease, cultivated, such as the breeding of a fine Transylvanian orchid. We were nobility, coaches and mountain estates, fangs and opera capes, yes, if you will. Stoker knew, although why he chose Dracula for his fanciful mythologizing. Well, that wronged knight's people turned on his name like wolves. It is the way of your humankind, and we, Wampiri, who believed ourselves elevated from humans, have proved ourselves so wrong. An eternity of luxury was no longer enough for us. The bloodline grows thinner and more violent and reckless. The children turn on our name. As brutish and stupid as young men, as vain and temperamental as young girls. They draw attention upon us all, reignite old rivalries. The elders become insane with paranoia that they will be cannibalized in their sleep. What I speak of now was happening centuries ago. Since then, look outside. Behold the glory of the Wampiri. My, what do we have here? A hero, come to fight the villains. Your pulse is quickening. I taste it.
Please do not lead our visitors into temptation, Hastatian. This is a chapel.
Of course it is, Father. We are men of code and conduct. I would not outstay your welcome, or your gods.
You know that I ask for his mercy on all the living, and the dead.
With a Wampiri army at your door, you might save your prayers. If this is what passes for an army, undisciplined, without honor, dogs yapping for meat, rolling in their own piss and shit to please their mistress. Forgive me, Father.
Be sure I'll add it to your list.
The ones who lead them and wear the uniforms of generals, traitors to this land, every one of them. Those who would wipe their fangs on the Romanian flag should be careful someone does not smash them out. Even someone like you. You are too weak to destroy a Blood Elder, but you could wound them. To reform a Wampiry body from dust is a long and agonizing process.
So in their next lives they might strive to be without sin.
So in their next lives, they learn to fear the stake.
Quick access inventory updated.
Let us speak again.
I saw you 2 hills away coming.
Quick access inventory updated.
What can I do for you?
This is not the future my family once saw for me. The great various doctors. I used to think my sister was the unlucky child, but it would be me. It became known my father collaborated with the Soviets, even after the occupation. He abandoned us rather than face his shame. If we spoke of him, we expected spit in our face. I studied in disgrace and could find no work in the cities, so I come to the villages, because the people care more about what I do for them than my name. And I search for my father's work. The work of the Red Hand. You could not fairly call what I found in their underground laboratories medicine or science. This is where the trail took me. To the observatory that sits over the village. In that abandoned place, I found documents, recordings, catalog after catalog of crimes against life itself. And a sealed door. I began stacking the stuff in piles for bedtime reading. Then the vampires came and I had to run. My father would never speak to us of his work, but everything he left unsaid, he also left to fester in me. I inherited my father's sins. When I opened those doors to the past, I also opened up a path to redemption. For the name Varias. And for me.
What's up?
Quick access inventory updated.
Lockdown procedure terminated.
Hey. This is pretty much nirvana for a vamp hunter like me. Plenty of game, most of it on the easy side. But there are exceptions. The grunts, they're like dogs. They bark, they bite, they hunt in packs, but they're dumb. They just do what they're told. The ones you need to watch out for are the ones in uniform. And the ones you really need to watch out for are the ones in white. They're clever bastards, and they know what you're thinking as soon as you look at them. They can read you like an open book, which is why I stay far away. Unlike you, I'm well aware of my limitations. There's no real trick to hunting vampires. You don't have to hit them in the heart with a wooden stake or cut their heads off. They don't have to be buried in sanctified soil. You just have to hurt them real bad. Eventually they stop moving. They invented the myths themselves, made them sound harder to kill than they really are. Except the one about sunlight. That one's true. Stupid motherfuckers didn't realize all they'd have to do was dress better. What we have here is a war on two fronts. Most of the vamps out there are part of the crusade. They've come from across Eastern Europe, called in by the Queen Bee to join her crusade. They're weak of mind and body, starved for blood. Nothing but mongrels. One-on-one, not much of a fight. But there are older vamps here, and things that have been buried. I've been inside the mountain, but only for a look. It goes too deep for me, too hardcore. I can fight those crusader vamps, the mongrels, and that's as far as it goes. The older ones, the experiments, the Soviets, those who carry the sign of the Red Hand, I'll leave them to you. After all, it's your world that made them, not mine. All vampires have the same weakness. That makes them vulnerable. They might live forever, but without blood, they're harmless. Every day they need to drink, and once they run through the wild game, they need to rely on field rations, so to speak. Most of them are mongrels, lowest of the low. willing converts to undeath. They've been recruited from the ranks of criminals and misfits, promised eternal life and glory in exchange for a life in darkness. Some are older, stronger, centuries old, clever too, and they're real tough to put down. And then you got your pure breeds. They've been around since the dawn of things, since the night grew fangs. And I'd not last 5 seconds in that fight. So I have to be smarter than them, more resourceful. It's taken me a while to find the right mix, but I think I got it now. I just haven't been able to get close enough to give it the proper test run. Tell you what, seeing as you're pretty much immortal your own self, I'll let you have the honors.
Quick access inventory updated.
Very cool. cool as a cucumber, aren't you? Thought you Secret World folks knew how to take care of yourself. Or is it simply that your skin is so thick fangs don't pierce them? Are you so powerful now? You believe you're immortal? So did that one. I got no love for your world, or for you. We just happen to ride the same boat across these stormy seas. I'm down in steerage with the common people, but you? Well, you're riding first class with the royalty of the Secret World, aren't you? Oblivious to the ripples you make by throwing rocks from the top deck. Ripples that end up killing innocents. There's a nest of vamps and I don't know what up on that farm. I've been hearing screams and other sounds like nothing you ever want to hear again. Now I know my limits. I hunt vampires only, and I hunt them alone, on account of not having skin as thick as yours. I stay quiet and invisible, and that's how I live to see tomorrow. If you got a single shred of dignity left, you go up there and face the consequences of your actions. You take care of this. You look them in the eye and you come to terms with what your secret world is doing to us all. Or so help me God. When this is all over, I will hunt you down my own self.
Local bounty detected. Initiating.
On était 2 nanas et un mec à partir en vacances. Et là, il n'y a plus que les filles, qui sont au mauvais endroit, au plus mauvais moment, et qui voudraient rentrer chez elles.
C'est mon frère qui a voulu venir ici. Je ne sais pas comment il a entendu parler de cet endroit, ni pourquoi il tenait à y aller. Mais en tout cas, on a suivi le mouvement, et il a disparu.
On n'a plus qu'à se battre, en espérant qu'on arrive à se tirer d'ici.
Mais on connaît personne ici. Personne!
Pour être honnête, j'ai pas non plus franchement envie de faire connaissance. Ça servirait à quoi?
T'as raison. C'est pas la peine de s'attacher à quelqu'un qui aura disparu dans pas longtemps. De toute façon, je vois bien comment ça va se finir pour nous. Comment ça va se finir pour tout le monde ici. Il est pas net, ce moulin.
C'est pas un moulin ordinaire, en tout cas. C'est clair.
Regarde un peu la taille qu'il fait. C'est dingue!
Et on dirait qu'il y a comme une sorte d'énergie magique ici. La nuit, des fois, on pourrait croire qu'il rayonne. C'est flippant!
Mais bon, si on n'arrive pas à se barrer d'ici, on va finir par y rester pour de bon. Et ça sera notre tombe.
Il voulait absolument venir ici. C'était bizarre. Et puis, comment il a pu payer pour tout le monde?
T'as pas assez sali sa mémoire comme ça? Il faut que tu l'accuses maintenant?
Mais je l'accuse pas. J'essaie juste de comprendre. Pourquoi ici et pas ailleurs?
Mon frère ne mijotait rien du tout. Il détestait les secrets. Il n'aurait pas joué avec ma confiance.
Tiens, en parlant de jeu, ça me rappelle que la nuit, il aimait bien jouer à touche pipi.
Mais tu veux la fermer? Les secrets, ça craint. Ça divise les gens, et ceux qui les gardent, faudrait les flinguer.
On peut pas faire sans. Il se passe tellement de choses dans le monde. Tous ces intérêts qui entrent en conflit, tous ces vies qui se télescopent. Parfois, il vaut mieux ne rien dire pour se protéger de...
De quoi? De la vérité? Et au nom de quoi tu décides pour les autres? Tu sais même pas te vernir les ongles. C'est moi qui te les fais.
Bon alors tu suggères quoi? Qu'on dise aux petites filles que le Père Noël est bidon? Qu'on crée la panique en parlant de ces monstres? Les gens sont pas prêts à tout entendre.
C'est toujours mieux que de leur mentir. Ils ont tué mon frère, putain! Mon petit frère chéri!
Je sais, c'est horrible.
Mais tais-toi! T'as pas pu t'empêcher de lui mettre le grappin dessus! The two of them, sneaking off at night to play their little game of touche pipi.
Céline, s'il te plaît. Laurent, her brother, was killed by wolfmen, and she blames me.
Parce que tu penses qu'à ça, bordel! Il serait encore en vie si tu...
We were together, me and Laurent. We were in love. We wanted to tell her, but we were afraid she will lose it. But it was Laurent, not me, who insisted we come to Romania. He was so excited. He was the one who wanted to see the windmill, to spend the night in that cabin, to take the midnight walk, the two of us alone. I didn't think. I was caught in the moment.
Forcément, t'es complètement taré de la tête.
How could I have known? The wolves came from everywhere. We ran back to the cabin and he was right behind me. Then he wasn't. We returned here, we shouted his name. Céline lost her phone, we couldn't call him. And we haven't heard from him since.
Allez, il n'y a plus que nous deux maintenant. Comme avant.
Les loups-garous, c'est pas une espèce en voie de disparition, hein?
Maintenant, si...
À plus!
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Bonjour. Je sais bien que tu m'écoutes pas, mais fais gaffe!
De quoi? Mais j'entends rien!
Very adulte. Céline. She never lets anything go. She's like my big tough sister, watching out for petite Aurélie. She said that if ever a boy will break my heart, she will break his arm. He did, and so she did. In 2 places.
Une petite danse? À qui le tour?
It was my idea that we need a long holiday. It was her brother's idea that we came here. See the Carpathians. Experience the beauty. Hé, cocotte! Attention! This may be a stupid question, but do you believe a place can be magic? Magic you feel in the air, that pulls at you, makes you lose your mind, burns like the first kiss, beautiful and horrible. It tells you that you can do anything, that consequences don't matter. It's romantic, no? The old windmill, it feels like that. Like magic. Like love. A place of safety, but danger also. We weren't the only ones drawn to it. The wolfmen came. So many wolves. Hungry. Crazy. Insatiable. So we armed ourselves. You know what the story says about wolves and pretty young girls.
Quoi?
Salut.